for Free Funny Fridays. This is the 24th time that we have done this in a row. You can see how well loved and appreciated this is from the turnout. You probably back the mic off slightly too. There we go. Better. But thank you guys. We couldn't do this show if it wasn't for the people who show up every month and do the show. And honestly, I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you guys for coming out. It is very cool that we have been able to do this. Thanks, Todd, for letting us do this for so long. Todd is the real hero here. So let's thank Todd too, everybody.
Thank Todd, it's Friday.
Thank Todd, it's Friday. If anybody wants to donate money to us also, there's a bucket up here. You don't have to, but there is a bucket up here. So we're needy because we're poor. Yeah, it is what it is. So I am not from Nashville, guys. I'm from Sparta, Tennessee, which is kind of far from here. It's about 70 miles. And where I'm from, we don't have a lot of stores. We got dollar store, Walmart, right? That's basically what we've got. I was at my dollar store the other day, guys. I went there just in a hurry because I needed to get some salt. All I had was a big container of salt. That's all I was carrying. And I go walk up the register, and there's a lady already at the register in front of me. And she's up there, and I start overhearing this conversation kind of in the middle, but what I hear is, I just want you to know, I hadn't been sick all year, and nobody in my house, ain't nobody in my household been sick all year either. And I will tell you why. I'll tell you. We got some essential oils, and I've been rubbing them on everybody's feet at night. And all I've got, that's all it took, rubbing that essential oils on their feet. Ain't nobody had a flu shot, nobody's had anything, but nobody's had a cold or the flu or nothing all winter. And I'm listening to this, and she gets her stuff and gets up to leave, and I walk up there with my container of salt, and I sat it down, and I said, I don't know if you'll believe this. Ain't nobody at my house got sick all winter neither. We just been taking this salt and putting circles around our bed to keep the evil spirits away. It's not, I mean, she laughs too. It obviously wasn't true. I was cooking hamburgers. I don't believe anything that damn crazy. Lately though, and this is not there's not a good segue to this. Anybody, we got video game people? Anybody play video games in here? Yeah! So, I have a VR headset, right? And I play this game called Gorn where you fight people with weapons in VR. It's a lot of fun. I was playing it the other day though, and it's pretty realistic. You're fighting people with kind of stabby weapons. All of a sudden, I feel a stabbing sensation in my arm. And I was like, oh my God. Because like in my head, I'm like, this feels really realistic. I look down and my arm's not, like I hadn't even been hit the game. And then I feel it again. And I pull the headset up, and I look down and there's wasps on my arm. Which I will say really increases the immersion of a game when you're getting stuff. Like they really should include a box of wasps with every VR headset so that when you're playing a first-person shooter or something where you're stabbing people, really bring it up. But since then, guys, my office has been infested with wasps for a month. This is true. I have gone through now 4 containers of wasp spray trying to kill those stupid things. Went outside, sprayed the nest, did everything I could fucking, nothing does it really. I don't know if you guys have ever tried wasp spray. You spray a wasp, they don't die like right then. Like you can spray them with that stuff like it's shaving cream. They live for, one of them, I took it and put it in the other room because I noticed it was still moving. 5 hours later, still twitching in the floor. Seriously, that's how slow. And while this is going on, because nobody cares about wasps, they're not like animals. They're not like dogs. Like if a stray dog showed up at my house, I could not do any of this stuff to it. But a wasp, no one cares. You can torture them. It's kind of weird for how much you can torture them. But I decided that I'm going to do a scientific test and see if this works because I've done some reading, guys. And I found out that one of the ways you could repel wasps, seriously, this is no joke, I looked it up, peppermint essential oils. And I'm like, really? Okay, so they do work for something. So I go get some peppermint essential oils, get a diffuser and everything, and I start spraying that stuff all through the building. This one wasp that lived for 5 hours though, after none of that had worked, I tried dripping some right on it. I did, I dripped the essential oil right on that wasp. And he just got up and flew away. It revived him. It didn't kill it at all. I have been burning so much essential oil in there out of that little stupid water chimney that I've got inside that it smells like I'm running a concentration camp for peppermint sticks. Like that's what it smells like right now. Like you can smell it from outside. Like I am Peppermint Hitler. So it's like I'm running Auschwitz for peppermint sticks, really, like it's Pepperwitz. That's what my house fucking smells like now. It's terrible. And that did not help at all for the wasp. And I sprayed their nest outside. The other day I went out there and I was like, how can I test? Because it's 20 feet up in the air. I couldn't tell if there's anything still there. I was like, how can I see if they're still alive? And I thought about it. I was like, maybe I can take my pellet gun. I can go outside and I can shoot it. Then I realized that's a terrible idea to go in your front yard with a rifle, even though it's an air rifle, and then point it at your house like you're gonna shoot it. Like, I might survive, but then again, the police do not like me and I run my mouth a lot. I don't need to give them motherfuckers an excuse. We all know it's true. And keeping on shootings, this one's fun. Yeah, you actually kind of know what's coming. So, school shootings in the news all the time, right? And this is one of my favorite ones now. A kid dies in a school shooting with a lot of his friends from school. This is a theoretical kid, not a real one, so don't get offended immediately. He goes up and he goes straight to heaven, because that's what happens when you're in a mass shooting. You go straight to heaven, right? I think we can all agree on that. And he goes straight to heaven and he goes up in front of God. But this kid, a little bit of smart mouth. And God looks down and he says, son, before you come into heaven, do you have anything to say? He said, well, God, I guess if they didn't want somebody of us to get shot, you guys wouldn't have canceled PE. And God looks down at him and says, son, that is inappropriate. Furthermore, that's offensive. There is no reason that anyone should ever tell a school shooting joke. Why would you do such a thing? I said, well, you'd had to have been there. Which, it's okay though, it's just a joke. There is no God. They keep talking about video games causing violence, right guys? Like that shit keeps coming up in the news, we keep seeing it. But if video games really cause violence, and really think about this, if video games cause violence, then Madden 2004 caused dogfighting. If video games cause violence, Cut the Rope 2 caused Jeffrey Epstein's suicide. If video games really cause violence, then 9/11 was caused by Angry Birds. Happy 9/11, everybody. And welcome our headliner, Nick Woodruff here. Good to see you, Nick. First time here in 3 months. Clap for Nick. Clap for Nick. Fuck yeah, Nick.
We'll start drinking on your tab now.
Okay, perfect. I got one more, and then we're going to bring Rocky up here. So I'm warning you now, Rocky. One more. I know a lot of you guys already know this about me. I used to be married, right, guys? But I am divorced. I'm going to tell you, this is something that actually led partially to my divorce. My ex-wife had kind of a weird sexual fetish. And this is completely true. She always wanted to pretend like she was being raped. Right, it was her thing. She wanted to kind of be choked. She wanted me to, and I could not get into it. Because I can't really act that out and keep a straight face. I always start laughing or something. It was, I couldn't ever do it, right? But it ended up the way that you think it would. We ended up getting divorced. We did. But our sex life has never been better. And if you're wondering what the best essential oil is to improve your sex life, it's chloroform. And that was my time. Let's let Rocky Rockwell come up here to the station, I got. He's one of our local favorites, hosts the Dark Knight Rises. Give Rocky a round of applause for what he said.